Hi, this is Trisha. I wanted to show you guys one of the tips and tricks that I think it took me way too long to discover, but really changed the way in which I work with QuickBooks Online. We discovered it years ago, but still, it took me way too long for somebody to point it out to me that I thought, oh my God, I have so needed this, because when we moved from desktop to online, I lost a feature I really liked a lot, and that was having multiple windows open that you could just see over here on your left-hand menu board. If you had a balance sheet open and a P&L open and a journal entry open, and maybe you were reconciling the bank account, you had several windows open, you could just go back and forth between them. But with QuickBooks Online, you can't do that. You have to keep hitting the back button, or you have to lose where you are to go back and start something else, until someone pointed this out to me. So we want to share it with you today. So the way to have multiple windows open in QuickBooks Online, like you can in desktop, is to duplicate your tabs. So you come up here to your tab, you right-click it, and you say duplicate it. And then as soon as you get a duplicated tab, you can decide you want to go someplace else. So let's say over here on your first tab, you are busy reconciling the bank. But like so many of us do, you reconcile the bank, you realize you are missing some transactions, or you have to change some transactions or delete them. You can come over here to your second tab, go back to banking, and go to the bank register. And here is your bank register where you can add transactions to it. So you have your reconciling going on here. You have your bank register where you can add things here. Let's say that you are also wanting to see the impact on maybe your financial statements. So over here, you duplicate your tab again. You can have a bunch of duplicated tabs. So let's say you hit reports. I do wish I could get rid of those. Duplicate reports, and let's say you got a balance sheet open. So here's your balance sheet, and it's open. And then let's say you duplicate your tab another time, and you have a journal entry working. So you're going to do new journal entry. So on this tab, you might have a journal entry going, and you're playing with depreciation. And let's say you got some bank charges that you need to book. There's $15 worth of those. You have some office supplies that you're reclassing to assets or something. You found a computer in there, and you're moving it to computers as a fixed asset. Let's not add new computer. Let's add equipment. Let's move me. Well, we don't have any fixed assets. All right, let's find a fixed asset. Or let's not bother with that, since we're just showing you how to do something. Anyway, you can have this journal entry open. You can actually save it, so you've got it. Then you can come over here to your balance sheet, see how it affected your balance sheet by hitting the refresh button. And in the meantime, you've got your bank register open that you can be adding transactions to, and at the same time, you're reconciling your bank account. And you don't have to close one and lose wherever you were. So this, duplicating your tabs, is sort of the same way that with desktop, we could have our tabs open over here in the left-hand field, and it would show you everything you were working on. You could just click back and forth. It always irritated me with QuickBooks Online that if I were here reconciling, and I needed to add a transaction, well, I had to get out of my reconciliation, hit back, go do my transaction, go back, pull up the reconciliation. It just seemed really inefficient. And so, of course, Intuit had fixed that problem without telling me. And so somebody mentioned it to me sometime later. So that's how you do that. Something else you might need to know is here, as of June of 2022, there is a QuickBooks desktop app that they've added, and with that, especially for us accounting firms where we're working with multiple companies, with the QuickBooks desktop app, you can have multiple companies open at one time. So across here, instead of it saying the reconciliation, the bank register, the balance sheet, and so on, you can have multiple companies open, and you can actually duplicate your tabs inside the company as well. So they have made the navigation a lot easier. And I wanted to point it out because it took me a long time to find it, and it was a game changer for me. It changed the way that we worked with QuickBooks, being able to have multiple tabs open at the same time. So something I wanted to share with you guys. So I hope that helps.